Man, this project is so big, I had to do it in sections. Alright, people, first things first, my name is Kenneth Burr. My company is ILEG Technology Screens. Working on the other part of this project. So I converted my PCs into wall PCs. Much more flatter PC. I put some decorated art on one of them. One that turned into a freezer, the other one turned into a nuclear jungle, which we can't even attach that thing until we basically finish the paint job on that. Right now I'm going in and I'm cutting me some supports for where the PC has to sit at and need support for it. Because I don't want the boxes pushing inward and my stuff falling forward. We got to strengthen that section right there. And I figured out how to do it without using the vent systems we built over there, which are going to work out just fine. Let me see, get the box out right. Yeah. I'm going to roll this out of here. Then it's the access to this. Gotta figure out how to build this case. It's going to house these scroll PCs. How do we do that? And be able to remove the entire PC itself if I need to repair it or fix it, because we can't have it permanently stuck to the base. That'd be a headache. So I figured out how to do it. We're definitely going to have to use something called heavy duty Velcro. I've used this stuff before to hang up big screen screens to the wall. Stuff is really sturdy. We have a big wide band of it about that wide. It'll make sure they stay up there. Let me see. And the motherboard for that one, I ordered it already, so it's going to be here Most likely Wednesday. Because I can't go with the same, basically cutting off. I can't go do that. And it says, come on as fast as that one comes on. And that one I have to finish. I'm going to have to take a trip down. No. I'll wait. I'll wait till tomorrow. Then I can go down and get that stuff, bring it back up with me, and finish it off. That's almost done. This one needs a paint job. Get a neon the daylight side of this thing. And the flowers are going to involve detail work. We're going to use extra fine paintbrushes to do those. Oh, let me see. Gun heated up yet? It's done. And after that, we put the black panels on for the part here and here to extend the desk. And then we take everything off the desk and we turn the desk into a galaxy. Which is going to involve a lot of neon paint. So I'll have to buy each neon paint, we need about 8 colors. I got to buy a quart for each one. There's going to be a lot. I need the desk to glow. The beauty thing about it is the panels on the desk I can take this with me. Take everything with me. I'm going to pervert these PCs into just about everything. Man, somebody, you know who. What? Someone called me 10 times. You don't call me 10 times, right? You already know. Fernando called us 10 times like that. Hit a nerve. Oh well. Not my problem. Anyway, I get back to my work. I got things to do. Oh, man. That's sad. The company who basically monitors our email traced it back to him. So yeah. Oh man. Anyway, I'm going back to work. I got things to do. Got to finish all my projects. Man, it's sad. Some people sit and say, well, you talk, yeah, but I get work done at the end of the day. That's the difference between me and them. You see Mr. Bird out there document all those recordings on my technology working outside in sunlight, all those man hours I put in. Yeah, that gets me paid a ton of money because, again, we can back it. We can send that to any company we want and get paid. All our stuff is backed. I can come in here and talk trash about anybody any day of the week, back it up, and still get my work done. Them? No. If I want to embarrass them, I just give them money. As I said, the last person, when he had his website open, if I want to embarrass you, just give you money. You can't keep it. You got to give it back. Your stuff don't work. No one has no cancel receipts on me. Not one person has a cancel receipt. Someone made that statement. They regretted it because I went to their website and I bought all their stuff and they gave me all my money back. And canceled my state. So there's that. But you won't go in your backyard and make that statement again. If you don't play around over here, we'll come get your stuff. And still fails to acknowledge that happened to him. As if he's still talking as his products are number one. Dude, I got a bunch of receipts on you. Yeah, y'all stuff don't work. Y'all can't back that stuff up. Gotta back it up. Back it up or pack it up. Back it up or pack it up. I told you that before. You can't go to any place with that stuff. It won't work. No company can sign. You can't get contracts. None of that stuff. That means your paint is dead in the water. You can't grow. Can't thrive. Ain't no point in starting a business if you can't get it to grow. Poorly painted screens. Awful work. Ain't that right, Taco Boy? Taco Boy, Taco Boy. Oh, wow, nicely upfit. Perfectly. Taco perfectly. Right. Come on, that's it. Move that along. Oh, no, that's supposed to be the other way around. That goes this way. I got two more. I got two screen paints I got to show off pretty soon. It's sitting under the desk. That rose, onyx black rose is under the desk right now. It's already made. I got to work on these projects first. Y'all got too much shine on your hands. You tell you're gonna call somebody 10 times. That's sad. That is really sad. Well, that's 10 times, or whatever time it took, that you ain't getting back. That I didn't even basically acknowledge it. We didn't even know it went through. Security came in and basically put us that we had phone calls that were coming in like that. We don't even read them. Then nothing comes up. So keep in mind, we spent, I don't know how many hours calling me. And I didn't even see the numbers. I didn't see nothing at all. Nothing comes up. Once they ping it and it goes back to that address, then they basically block them. We never see them. So that means you wasted all that time screaming on a phone and nobody was there on the other end? Well, that's pretty sad. I think in their head, they think at the end of the day that it's going somewhere. That's what it is. That I'm going to pick it up somehow. We don't pick those things up. They don't come through. I sat there and said on camera that we have a company that basically goes over our calls. Duh. I just sat there and said that to you. And these dumb still call in like a bunch of idiots, waste their time at the end of the day, screaming on a phone that no one's going to ever hear your messages. Gee whiz Louise. You don't want to call some people calling you stupid. Don't do dumb stuff. That's how you end up getting called stupid. Because you do dumb stuff. All that waste of time. And here I am, they're in there screaming at me, and I'm here building stuff. Jeez, that's pitiful. Any more sad acts today that we can laugh about? In my channel, watching me work and crying. I just got finished talking about people being jealous and wasting their lives crying. Oh man, that's pathetic. And there's plenty of things to do on this planet. But you can be putting your time into something much more productive. But they don't have to do that because you can't teach stupid people. They just can't. Some people can't be taught. And you're mad at me because I call you stupid, because you are. Who the freak spends time doing that? I don't even have time to do it. I'm busy. I'm an adult. Apparently you don't have nothing going on. Because I'm busy. It doesn't basically bother me. We don't see the messages. It's just sad we see 10 messages up there and no one's going to hear those things. You're just wasting your time. The screens I'm building here, this technology I'm building, has a screen that sits on. That screen's a $5,000 screen. It's a high-end gaming screen we're engineering. That's why we're putting all this time to put this whole entire display. I got an advertising company that's advertising our technology on a professional level. What are you guys doing at the end of the day? Oh, you're calling this bird crying and whining on the phone. Like some 16-year-old has a crush on a high school football player. Come on now. Does your wife know you have these tendencies? Gee whiz Louise, that's sad. That was really sad. Let me see. I'll put this one over here. Let's get this done. Ugh. That guy, I gotta go back to watching his channel too. He got some good stuff on there. Another boondocker who talks about the idiots and trolls. He also too has an issue with them. Sheesh. This YouTube should invest in making a channel for trolls. Nobody will watch it because you're so boring. All you gotta do is cry on a channel. Don't do anything productive. Cry all day. But you come from a long history of trolls. Trolls have been around for centuries. Well, anytime there's somebody somewhere doing something that somebody can't do, there's been a troll. They're there complaining, upset, angry, bitter, jealous, because they can't do it. And they continue to haggle that person because they're upset. They waste their entire lives just being upset over somebody else's success. Not even trying to get something for themselves. That's it. That's all they have. So they become professional trolls. That's pretty sad at the end of the day. You wasted your whole entire life doing something that, again, is pretty sad. Don't get mad and leave the channel. They get mad and they leave the channel now. They're upset and bitter because I called them out. First things first, the fact that you're in my channel all the time, every day, is pretty sad. Don't get mad because I call you out. In here, because you got nothing better to do. So come here learning something. You're sitting here quiet about everything. You know what the sad thing about it is? Some of these ones, these trolls have kids. You have kids, you're married, family members, the whole 9 yards. Do they know about the stuff that they will pretty soon? Trust me, they will. All that stuff's going to be publicized pretty soon. Your whole family's going to know about that stuff. But do they know? How do you tell your kids at the end of the day to come be respectful citizens And yet you're online doing that nonsense. That's a real trip. That's sad. We can't get any side of the north, which absolutely so. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Okay, this is what he said. I wonder if it had to be the other way around. Here. How? There's an 8 finger on the foot like that. Yeah, that's pretty bad. The heck? Was it plugged in and it still works? When is the part of this cord? That's a great question. Question goal. Last 4 days, I've been building, designing, constructing, all kinds of stuff. Trying to get ready to sign major contracts, going out to business deals, meetings. What have you done in your life to change your outcome of your future? Of basically enhancing your capability to live a little bit more comfortable on this earth. Nothing. You owe me a lot of money. That's the only thing I see out of it. You owe me a lot of money. Money you can't even pay me, but you're going to owe me money. Oh, more importantly than money, time. People are willing to spend a lot of money for time. A lot of money for time. Yep. That's what's interesting about time. We're willing to spend a lot of money for it. The problem with time is that you can't buy it. Can't get it back. Once it's gone, it's gone. Right now, you don't appreciate time because you feel that, what the heck, right? Until, let's see, it's on this side over here. Until something medical pops up. See, this is why you got to be careful about things that you do at the end of the day. The ways that people get punished in certain ways. Medical can be a situation too. Now, once you pop up with a medical issue like cancer or some kind of disease that may pop up on the horizon, time is now extremely valuable. If you don't have it anymore. Or even taken from you. Where you guys are playing at the end of the day. Well, you're really asking for it, aren't you? Lock it there. Kaboom! Now, when I wish something that evil on you, I don't have to. You'll do it to yourselves. So then, I'm going to build this, put it together, and you're going to cry about it on your channel. And when I get done that, when I finish that screen, you're going to cry about that one too. Oh, And let's not forget this one. We got to recode for this one. You'll cry about that one. And the two I got under the table, you're definitely going to cry about that. The rest of the stuff you can't cry about, like the business contracts and deals that are going on, because you don't know about it. But you will cry about it anyway. Oh. You cry a lot. Now we got that bass put in. Bum, bum. Where's the rest of it here? So now we need the exhaust system because they're already there. No companies, no business left. Any site's dead. All activity on the site is dead. Now I know because I can go check a search engine. That's how I know. I can tell how much traffic flows to a site. It's nothing there. It's dead. It's like the Fifth Element. You remember that planet they destroyed? And it said there was no life, no activity, just a floating rock in space. That's pretty much his website. And then the problem he has in the day is the website is somewhat active because he's still paying on it. Which means if it's an active website, he's still paying on it. That means if he can't back up that range gain nonsense, that means that site is considered to be a scam site. Anybody who buys that product runs the risk of running into a product that doesn't function or not properly tested. This will get you a lot of code. Ugh. Now, gentlemen, if you're on my site, and I know you are, because you do quite a lot, see the work I put in here? See the job I get done? See, I've got more done in my day than you do in a lifetime. Do you understand me? I accomplish more. You don't work. I know. Trust me. How do I know? Trust me, I know. You see the stuff I'm building right now? You think I don't know? I know. You don't work hard enough in life. You don't. You spend more of your time doing absolutely nothing. Don't you have kids at the end of the day? You should be basically going out and doing family things in the day. Man, I tell you. Let me see where we're going to put this one at. Can't have them. I guess we can have them side by side. But that'll be heat blowing within heat. But we have it section where? No, because we need room for the electrical comb. So they would have to be side by side. Oh yeah, they would bypass each other if they're side by side. Definitely. Okay, cool. Alright, let's get that in there. Slam dunk it in. Yeah, you gotta do something else, man. But what's the point? You've been doing this stuff for this long, for this amount of time, you're not gonna do anything else. Oh look, they gave me a like and took it away. They're supposed to hurt me. Gee whiz, come on, grow up. That's supposed to. Oh my God, we can't go in business anymore. We gotta close up shop. We gotta close everything up. Taco, we're done. We're finished. They gave us a like and took it away. Oh, how sad that is. Oh, sad. Really? What process do your mind? This is the part I find funny. What part of your brain processed through your mind that you thought that was going to affect me? Oh, I know. I'll give him a like, and I'll take it away, and that'll hurt his feelings real bad. Please grow up. Let me see. I need a glue stick for this one. Man, I don't know how y'all. That's what I can tell you. Y'all not very intelligent creatures. Y'all not. Y'all not very smart. But you think that's supposed to be intimidating at the day, really? It's not intimidating, it's sad. Come on now. That's pitiful. Do me a favor. If you want to challenge Mr. Bird, make a product and come against me. That way I can crush you. That's all you have to do. Throw your hat in the ring. Let me just show you real quick. I got some stuff I'm dying to test out on something. Show me something. Don't cry about it. Don't do this whole dislike thing. I don't care about that. Those stuff don't faze me at all. How many companies I break down and destroy? You think at the end of the day, my company is a light company? We beat the daylights out of people at the end of the day when it comes to the screen paint products. Come on now. You're going to challenge me today. Make something. And not some dinky crap in there. Something that took some time to make. Some effort. Put your all into it so I can take it from you. As fast as basically you thought it was going to basically take off, I can destroy it that quick. That's what you do. Don't come on here crying. Don't come on my channel complaining. Make something. Show me you can make something. It's something you can apply to a ceiling, floor, absorb sunlight. Show me something. No high and expensive projectors, low entry, low projectors. Come on, show me something. That's how you get my attention. The other stuff, well, that means you give me ammunition. When you go out and you basically do dumb stuff, you know we're going to find you, right? So with that being said, if we find you, you know what's going to happen. Mr. Bird's going to take all your possessions. Mr. Bird's going to throw you in jail. You don't want that at the end of the day. All right then. I can bring authorities to your front door, but you can't do anything about it. Because we have enough evidence to throw you in jail. So, you know, that route is not the way to go. So what you want to do is, you want to basically, I like my lights, what you want to do is you want to basically challenge me. Make something. Unless you don't have anything and your IQ doesn't kick that high. You see the testing we do on a daily basis, that means you would have to compete with something like that. Of course, you couldn't cut corners anymore. That wouldn't work. Because we'll see it. We'll see all your flaws, your imperfections, everything. So, you can't make anything, so what do you have left? Your insults. That's all you have. And that's that. So I just tells me at the end of the day, you have nothing. Tell me if I didn't just park in your parking spot rent free. Yeah. What's it for? If you're going to make statements to myself as fake, then we find you, bring you in court, and you have to back it up or you get sued. Since you can't back that up, and that is definitely going to get you sued, then what else you have left? You have nothing left. Nothing but complaints. There you go. So that's how we know when we see your complaints, that's all you have. And your head rent free. I'm leaving out of your head now, okay? If you had something, I would have seen it by now. If y'all couldn't make anything, I would have seen it by now. Not some dumb paint about midnight. Just as good as my product. Just almost as good as my product. They're bragging about some paint he never made. And they're going to talk about just as good as his product. Oh, you're just as good as that product? The one that couldn't produce a black level to save its soul? Okay. Scammers. But I'll challenge you on that court. After we get the criminal charges and everything all filed up, and we know exactly where you're at, which will be behind bars, we'll bring more charges up. I'm planning to bring a lot of charges up. When people are in prison, or you're serving time, I'm going to bring charges up on you while you're in locked up. I'm going to bury you in prison. We got so much stuff on you, it's unbelievable. We got enough charges, the light, some of the other stuff, we got enough of it to throw you in jail. But I plan to file charges on you while you're in prison. I'm not done with you. We have a lot to discuss. Mind you, you attacked my company. I have years and years and years of stuff that we have on you. Some even have even breached of trash statute of limitations. One of those charges could throw you in jail. So while you're sitting up in jail, I'm going to file more charges against you while you're in jail. So you'll have previous charges. I'll tie you up in so much litigation, it'll take you years before you even get to court. By then you have to spend a lot of time in prison. You didn't think about that part, did you? You would never get out. Never get out. You didn't think about that part, did you? No, you didn't. That part. Besides, you got 7 years for the cyber crimes that you want. You get 20 years for those. And at the age you guys are right now, most people die off before 70. So, and on top of that, just factor in that you don't take care of yourself and you're overweight and Pretty much sure you probably got all kinds of medical problems at the end of the day to begin with. The other one ain't that young at the end of the day. He's pretty old, so yeah. And you guys ain't got that much time, to tell you the truth. And on top of the fact you don't even take care of yourselves, yeah, you kind of shorten that process real quick. God forbid if you smoke and drink in between that. Good gracious, I can imagine that part. So yeah. It's not to be rude if you sit there and say it's being nasty. It's not nasty, it's true. You're fat, right? You're overweight, aren't you? All right then, McAfee's fat. Williams is fat. You're not thin, you're not skinny, you're not muscular built, you're none of those. You're fat, right? Okay. Jamie's fat. Okay. Your guys are all big guys, you're fat, you're overweight, right? All right, there you go. Factor in the fact your age, and then the timeline. If you go through the system, that means the stress and everything that comes along with it, which is actually going to push those points to the roof. That means you roughly would have a heart attack, stroke, or something to pop up along the way. But yeah, you're running that age basically when you start having those problems. I'm older than all of you guys, except for Roger. Rogers is older than me. And you guys look bad for your age. You do. Bam, bam, bam. I'm not being rude, it's the truth. I can't say that you're healthy and in shape, you take care of yourselves. No, you don't. This is my low numbers today. We didn't do much today. This is my low numbers. And yesterday was BAM! I had work to do so I didn't even get a chance to do my morning walk. No, am I wishing you to have a heart attack? No, you're going to have a heart attack. Nobody wish it. Look at Mr. Williams. Williams is like an egg. He is literally shaped like an egg. I'm surprised you're still alive. I really am. I'm shocked you're still alive. I had people that were less weight than you and died. You know that fried, fatty food at the end of the day? And you don't have no way to burn it off and you're sleeping on that stuff? You're getting time bomb. That's dangerous. I don't understand how people eat and go to sleep. I'd be scared to death to do that. You might not wake up. Now, if you're, I gotta work that off. I gotta work it off. Definitely gotta work it off. How many calories did I build that day? Woo, yeah. Whatever ate that day, I killed it. Man. Look at my calorie count. Good gracious. How many miles did I get in there? 2.6 miles. 2.6 miles an hour. Look at that. Killed that sucker. And was doing push-ups and working out the whole entire time. Yeah. Let's do the robot. If you don't believe me, go to a dietitian, go to a doctor, and tell them if I keep down this road, how long I'm gonna live. Watch. They're not gonna sit there and say, "Oh, you're healthy." None of you are healthy. McAfee, I have your Facebook page intact. Remember, you made a duplicate copy of it. I mean, you might have changed some stuff on it, but it is what it is. Dude, you're overweight. Big time. He is not as worse as Jamie. Jamie's heavy. And you're short on top of that. And I'm going to get short in the day. But you don't want to be short and heavy. That's even worse. It's supposed to be the height of basically how much you weigh is supposed to be supposed to match your height. And you guys are like, what, I'm 5'11". So you guys are what? Like in the 5 range, like 5 feet, 5'5", somewhere in that area, 5'6", 5'7", 5'9", somewhere in that area. And you weigh that much weight is on you? I'm surprised you ain't got knee problems. Back problems? Oh, he definitely got back problems. His chest leans all the way forward like this. That's heart disease. You're going to get heart disease. And one thing about, I know, my friend of mine, she lost her weight big time. She lost all her weight, Got her stomach down nice and flat. She had to give up rice. Because, this is what I don't understand. If Asian people must be built different. They have to be built different. Because they eat a ton of rice. A ton of rice. And they're some of the most thinnest boutique people I've ever seen in my entire life. I mean, rice, basically, we used to give rice to pit bulls. Rice, eggs, biscuits, and make them bulky, make them big. Rice has a ton of starch in it. A ton of starch. And they eat this up all day, and they don't gain. They don't. They're thin. But yet, I got friends of mine, are Dominicans, Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, all that. They eat rice, and that stuff accumulates weight. So I'm like, it got to be genetics. It's got to be something to do with the genetics. Because they eat a lot of rice too. And my friend, she's one thing she had to cut out of her diet. She had to get rid of rice. She said rice is building up a lot of weight on it. She had to get rid of it. So that's interesting when you think about that. Even in countries like the Cambodians and all them like that, those countries, they eat a lot of rice. It's like a filler. And their people are thin. Then again, like I said, I got some, it depends on, like I said, it's not saying all of them, but I got friends of mine at the end of the day that are super, super thin, and they've had 3 kids. You would never know they had 3 kids. But it's not something I would eat if I'm losing weight. Rice is something I would not be having on the diet. No, rice is starch. Breads and all that stuff, no. Those are starchy foods. That's where the weight's going to stick from the harder to burn. Especially when you eat it every day. I don't eat rice every day. I have a Dominican dish, maybe here and there. I'll say out of a month. Roughly, I'll say about twice a month. That's it. But I lived with a Spanish family at one point. It was every day. And rice with the meals every single day. But like I said, it's not depends on what your genetics are. Because again, there's some people eat that stuff all day long and you wouldn't even see it. Like they're really super thin. There's some people out there that have 3 kids. Oh yeah, that's another thing about women and jealousy too. Yeah, if a woman walks up to you and says, yeah, I had 3 kids, and you're looking at their stomach is flat. They got this crazy bathing suit body. And you're like, what the freak? Like, what, you work out or whatever? Like, no, I didn't work out. It just never came on. And then watch the horns come out. Now, some women ain't bothered by that. Some women don't care, you know what I mean? Because they're not phased by it. Like, whatever, good for you. So. But then some be like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. Because baby weight is the hardest to get off a woman. It's the most stubborn thing to get off a woman. It is. It is really hard for them to remove that. And some people just don't get it. Some people don't get it on their first child. Some people don't get it on their second child, but they may get it on their third child. Some people don't get it at all. Some had 3 kids. I got a friend of mine, if you saw her, you would never believe she had 3 kids. You would never believe in a million years she had 3 kids. She don't even exercise. At all, period. Her body is just built like that. She got a stomach so tight you could bounce a quarter off that sucker. You would never believe it. My niece is an ops. She has 4 kids. You would never believe, but she's military. Then that's a different story. She trained. She works out, so and so. She had to go through all the process of getting rid of it and then getting back to the base. But other than that, this girl never, ever worked out, had 3 kids, and you would never believe that she had 3 kids. She wears the half shirts and everything with the belly button piercing and all that stuff, like everything. You wouldn't believe it. Yep. I'm like, what the freak? Some people got it like that. And she's like 28. 28. And she eat like a horse. I've seen people, like people wrote them, they got bottomless stomachs. They eat like, where is it going? Like, where's the metabolism system? It's so freaking high. It disintegrates anything that hits their system. They can eat. It don't make a difference. They'll burn out just like that. And people get jealous over people like that. Guys do it too. Yes, you do. I see you all day long. You do it. You do it. You get mad at another brother if he's built different. Y'all get jealous. I'm like, y'all got to be kidding me. We're men at the end of the day. This is something that we don't do this. They do it. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. So not all of them, but there are ones that do it. They can feel intimidated by their wife may look, and you want me to tell you something, newsflash, not all your wives look, they don't look, because some don't, but some do. Yes, they do. But then you can't say anything about it, because you look too. Oh, there you go. Except for, I remember a friend of mine, his mother and father, man, talk about a true love relationship. I mean, true love relationship. Been together since freaking kindergarten, because they're Dominicans. Been together since kindergarten. They know each other that long. And we went to a water park, and it was women walking all over the place in these crazy outfits. And that man, I sat there and watched him, see if he would look. He didn't look at anybody but his wife. That's true love right there. Nobody but his wife. That's the only person he'd be with, the only person he wanted to be with ever. Only saw his wife. He couldn't care less about the rest of them. Everybody else was looking at her. Max didn't care as long as I don't touch anybody. Because she did the day she wasn't the jealous type. She was like, well, you know, people gonna look. And I said, look at guys. I ain't bothered by that at the end of the day. As long as she ain't basically over to have a conversation with them, I ain't got to worry about basically being taken away in a vehicle with flashing lights, and they don't have to worry about getting taken away in a red vehicle with flashing lights. Other than that, no. Because people are going to look. You can't get mad at your boyfriend at the end of the day because he looks at somebody. As long as he ain't over there touching them. And then people get mad at the end of the day. Ah, man. I forgot about that. That glass is pouring out of my nose now. People get mad at the end of the day if guys look at their girlfriend. But you want a guy to appreciate your girlfriend by saying, oh, she's beautiful? Then saying, good gracious, Jenkins, what the freak did you dig that out from? It's like something out of Narnia. You want that at the end of the day? I mean, as long as they ain't goggling, like they staring into the sun at the end of the day, we're like, hey, you know, God's gonna look. You got a nice girl, you got a nice girlfriend. I don't look because I don't care. But that's what my buddy said. Why would you get upset if a guy looks at your girl? That means she's good looking. If they don't look at her at all any way whatsoever, then, you know, at the end of the day, you know, hey, you know, you just don't find her attractive in any way whatsoever. Like, hey, whoa, oh, yeah. So, I see you got a ring on your hand. You married her. You're about to it in a few minutes. Yeah, you want them to basically look at your female, not goggle and all that nonsense to say, hey, yeah, you know, it's nice, beautiful. I don't get mad about that. Why am I going to punch you in the face for that for? Oh, thank you. Cool. That's all. And that's that. Then they'll come up to me and go, you drunk? Were you drunk that night? Like, what you mean they're drunk? Like, give it a look like, my man, you lose a bet or something? Do you owe money? Do you need money? Like, no, I'm good. Everything's fine. Like, okay, just checking with you. Give me that Popeye look with the squinted eye. Oh, man, I'm so glad I ain't got to deal with that bull crap no more. I'm so happy about that in life. I ain't got to deal with that crap anymore. Oh, my goodness. Only problem I got at the end of the day, I got this pretty female who likes me at a so-and-so, blah, blah, blah. And I have to tell her at the end of the day that I'm not interested. Because I don't want the headache behind it. It's going to be headaches. That's what it's going to be. It always becomes headaches. The older you get, the more you realize it's all headaches. I don't want that nonsense. It disrupt my life. My life is fantastic. I'm enjoying this. There's no way in the world to mess that up. Because you know what? Half of you right now will sit there and say that I'm wrong, but wait till you get into an argument and you'll be like, I wish I was single. Watch it pop up in your head. Because it does pop up in your head. And sometimes when it pops in your head too much and you think at the end of the day, but you can't be single because you got kids at the end of the day. Yeah, there you go. I don't have any kids. Not one. Ooh, pictures of my godkids. Yay! Thank you. I had godkids, by the way. Little ones. My little babies, my little ones. That's it. That's all I have is godkids. I'm a godfather. Other than that, nah. I go where I want to go. I do what I want to do. I got freedom. Don't get me wrong, you don't have that. You're good at the end of the day. You know what you choose if it makes you happy. But I do like that fact. No one in my space, no one disrupting my space. I mean, you can have a beautiful home, nice cars, the whole 9 yards, plenty of money. But if your heart ain't happy, nothing's happy. Just remember that one. Because that's what I realized. I realized that having a nice home, making good money, traveling, doing this, that, and the other, but if the heart ain't happy, ain't nothing happy. And that's what happened. Nothing was happy. The house wasn't happy anymore. Being able to travel to a nice place wasn't happy anymore. Because even if that one wasn't with me, it still was with me, if you know what I mean. But now, there's no one there. And I've got freedom! Which I freaking love. No headaches, no arguing, no dealing with somebody else's crap at the end of the day. No somebody coming home and bringing their crap to mess up my day at the end of the day. No distrust issues. No blah this, no blah that, no jealousy, no blah 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 blah. Freedom. I'm not messing it up for anybody. Finally got it back. I sat there and said, can we get this back? We get ourselves back to 1% where we at, we're never gonna mess up again. And now look what I can do. Look what I can do, ladies and gentlemen, I can have fun all day long. I've never had the problem of somebody telling me what I can't buy. I've never had that problem, ever. Not ever. I've never been through a whole permission process ever in my entire life with any female whatsoever. No. But darn if you're going to tell me what I can't buy with my own money. Never had that problem ever. Now, if you got family, you got kids and all that, yeah, you got to have that budget thing at the end of the day where basically you have to do what's best for the family and all that. That's kudos. That's fantastic at the end of the day. But the way I look at it this way, as long as I pay for the bills, rent, and all utilities and everything is paid for, money's in the bank, I can spend my money the way I want to spend it. And she make her own money, you spend yours any way you want to spend it at the end of the day. Everything's taken care of. Enjoy. Put a little money aside because you're not going to be touching my bank account. And I don't do joint bank accounts. I never do that. Ever. Because that causes arguments. Because then you'll see money missing out of your account. Like, what the freak was that for? And they'll come with some kind of excuse. Or he'll come with some kind of excuse. And that'll spark up arguments. Separate accounts. I did joint bank account. That didn't work out too well. Too much money was missing out of my account. So no. Separate. Keep your money here, my money there. Okay, so that's basically about it. I'm still working on some stuff back here. That's where I see it at the end of the day. That's why when I got, for a lot of my friends are all married and they have their relationships and all that stuff at the end of the day, and sometimes I hang out with them and it's feel like they say, don't you feel like you're the third wheel? No, I'm good. I am 100% good. Because I've been to your houses before, and I watch y'all argue, fight, throw things at each other. I've heard y'all conversations about how much you hate that person, how much you like. I've heard it all. It ain't peaches and cream every day. It's only peaches and cream when it's peaches and cream. Other than that, it can go sour at any given time. And when it goes sour, it's bad. And you got the grudges. You got to walk in the house, you got the grudge to that person. You don't want to talk to them. You don't want to speak to them. They don't want to talk to them or speak to you. Then that may carry on for a couple of days, and then you got to go through that pettiness. I don't get time for that petty nonsense. I don't. So I explain to women. When I meet them, I explain the same thing I just told you. I give them that long speech so they can understand, so it deeply implants into their brain, so they know at the end of the day there is no future with you. With me, there's no future. Look, even get a T-shirt. There's no future with me. Period. My mind is already made up. I'm set in my way. I am a leopard that refuses to change his spots. I am happy in my world. And therefore, I will never, ever step foot out in that world ever again. Never. Eating in a restaurant by myself. You know what that's called for me? Independence. Left alone. Enjoying my dinner. Watching something on the phone with the headsets on. Leave me alone. You have no future. All that talk about, but you know, man, leave me alone. Are we gonna be friends? I'm cool with that 100%. I'll take out to eat, nice restaurants and places and stuff. That's as far as it goes. That's it. Don't try to use. And one of the funny thing, the best thing about being celibate, and I love so much, is that you can see that power that women have. You can see their power. You can't see it when you're basically not celibate. You're out there messing around. You can't see it because that area downstairs thinks for you. My brain thinks before it ever thinks. So at the end of the day, I see it. I see all the pushing the hair back and the batting of the eyes and licking the upper lips. I see all that stuff. I see all that stuff. Touching your arm and all that stuff. I see all that stuff. I see that a mile away. But the person who's not, you would be cooked just like that. Just like that. These are the folks. The women got that power. So when you basically go out with a woman at the end of the day and say, hey, look, here's the deal. I'm Sullivan. I'm going to do blah, 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 blah. We can only be friends. That's basically about it. So let's order something. Let's enjoy the day. Enjoy the night. That's it. That's all shut down right there in front of the door. And then some women, it's a relief. Because now I can go out and have dinner with somebody without them pawing all over me. We can literally have an intellectual conversation without it ending up in the day of them talking all this trash and all this game to try to influence me to make me want them. Ah, there you go. Man, that's why I have a lot of lady friends, a lot of them. Because at the end of the day, imagine you walk out your door and all you hear is, yo baby, 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 yo baby. Wouldn't that get on your nerves? You wonder why you bump into a woman, she's got an attitude, she's upset, because she hears it all day long. She hears that nonsense, that constant catcalling all day long. I'd be ticked off too. Instead of somebody just walking up to her and say, hey, how you doing, so-and-so. Have a conversation with her like you would have with your mother or your sister. There you go. There you go. Some here, oh, you can't get that number. Can I get that number? 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 So, lady, I'm going to take her out to eat, and that's as far as it goes. Oh, excuse me, that's a good one, wasn't it? Yeah! Could have started the car with that sucker. Yep. But I love that look on their face when I tell them at the end of the day that speech I give them, and it just shuts down. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Yep. I don't get that whole, if I work at it. Nah, because you can't call me because I work. Therefore, I will not pick up the phone when you call. If I'm working, I'm not picking up the phone. I'm not going to rush to the phone and go, oh my goodness, she called. No, I don't. I'm working. My work is first. I know. I don't got time for that. And with gabbling on the phone about God knows what that I don't care about at the end of the day, I'm just being frank with you. I don't care. I'm working. What's more important is me working. Now, when I'm not working, we talk about whatever. The only person I know at the end of the day that can actually pull me away from my PC or from my work, there's only one friend that can do it. And we're friends. That's it. I'm the godfather of all her kids. She's married, by the way. And I know her boyfriend, her husband. I'm good friends with the husband. That's the only person that can pull me away. That's one of my gamer friends. The only person that can do it. Everybody else, well, you're on that level. Alright, I'm done. I'm having fun here. I'm already finished already. See that? I'm already done, people. That's all it took for me to do. You were expecting so much more, were you? How dare you? Asking for so much more. Now that's basically about it. That's all we had to do. Just build this, that to figure exactly how we're going to do this. So bottom line is, just going to put this piece that goes to the top. These extend out, so these pieces will connect there and there. Velcro those suckers in, and because they push out a little farther, that means we don't need the duct systems for the basic power supply systems to basically keep that from, being blocked in by one to the next. If I put them in between there, the power supply, the vents would have been locked against that. But now they sit outward, there's room for it to breathe. There you go. So once we build it all the way from top to bottom, actually we're done here. I'm going to check and see exactly how far that would be. From here to here. I should put in a fan system for some flow. We did build these systems over here. We have to do something with them. Says Kenneth, you're absolutely mad, I tell you. Absolutely mad. Is that what you're saying? Am I absolutely mad? That's outrageous. Why are you saying that to me? I barely know you. Call me absolutely mad. You're absolutely mad. Look at that right there. Should we put that right there? I think we should. I think we should put it right there. That'd be cool. Because my refrigerator unit's going to be right there. That's where the refrigerator unit's going to be at. He's absolutely mad, I tell you. Have you been to his YouTube channel? That's another thing. You make it fun of the Brits. I love the Brits at the end of the day. English people, I freaking love them. I'm going to England. Yep, it's actually one of my lists. Going to England. If I like it, I might stay there for a little bit. Come back. Hopefully I got their accents. I'm looking to get your accents. I love your accent in the day. And a few people did go. They picked up the accent. They did. They picked it up. Some people went to Australia and picked it up too. I want that accent. Darn it. If I had a choice, what country I could basically be born in, it would be England. Definitely would be England. I love the whole everything about England. I love it. It would be. I would wish I'd been born there. I love their accent, the food, the culture, everything about it. Now I wouldn't want to be born in that particular era. I mean, the era, like, you know, roughly when the time I was born was 1968. Oh man, that'd have been cool, man. I would have loved it, man. I grew up right around in the era of the Beatles. Oh, I forgot we're going the other way around this time. Yeah. Actually, this way. So we're going to have to move the fan out a little bit. Fan's going to have to be pushed out. Stop freaking underneath my feet. Fan's going to have to be pushed out just a little bit to get that to lock in correctly. Wait, so we're going to have lights on that side? Well, those suckers are brighter than a mother jumper. I don't think I want them on that side. I think I'm putting them on that side. I'm going to put them on this side where the refrigerator is at. But I do want some flow of air. We got flow in there. We got fans and they're moving back and forth. And they're going off in there. So crazy. I'm going to take that off. And yeah, it'd be England. Definitely. Definitely would be England. I love everything about England. I had the oh yeah, I knew it was going to fall off. You want to do it on. I'm definitely going to go on. But if I had a choice of what country, I'd go England. I like the, and it sounds about the musicals, plays, and all that. I imagine what Mary Poppins must be like in England. You would watch basically the musical and play. I would rather watch it there. I would love to freaking be born in England. I love that accent. Whoa! Well, let me see something in it. Oh, what's out of the box at? Should I do the box with you? I got the backup pack. What did you do? Whatever. I forgot its weight, so I can wait for it. Let's see. Oh, actually, this one fits snug as a bug. Snug as a bug in a rug. That one must be a little farther over. All right. Yippee-ki-yay. Yippee-ki-yay. Yeah. for this house, for the refrigerator. Refrigerator. Rah, rah, yeah, yeah. Maui, Maui, Maui. All right, so we're gonna get this done, bird.
I'll see the vision. Start cleaning this mess up. It's all cleaned up. And I'm so sick and tired
of this clutter right now. It's bugging the daylights out of me. But the desk works best when it's a mess. Yes, it is, right? Alright, cool. Got a fan system here for the fridge. Right there. Refrigeration unit's gonna be there. Right there, people. That's where it's gonna be at. I just thought about something. That's really just thought about something. I'm really going to use that right there. That'll work perfectly fine. Then get a 2 fans on top of the refrigerator. That would look absolutely awesome. We'll have to change that part out. Wait, where's the white adapter? Really? Where's the white adapter pieces to this? I know I got one of these that were hooked up for this one, which were white extenders. Where did I put those things at? I mean, I think you put them at top of those. I have no idea. No idea. I gotta find it. I know I had extenders for those. What do you think, Tunnel Bird? It's gotta be here somewhere, Daddy-O. Daddy-O? Daddy-O. Okay, we'll put the orange one too. I could have used this one shorter too. Daddy-O. Taco. Taco and your Daddy-O's. That's for the charging unit. Screws. That's the I'll put it on these. What are you doing? What are you doing? All up in his business. All up in his business. Let me see. All up in his business.
You're up in my business. piece of coffee. I need this for that one over there. Let's buy an extender. I think we're going to need those. I should have had one up here already for the original ones that came with the extenders. And I can't find it, so we just buy another one. You should have had them here. Yeah, so we're going to have to buy them. This is a caulk I'm going to need for the PC. For that one over there to frost it up. We're definitely going to need that for that. This machine's going to require a new motherboard. Let's start working on that. You're probably wondering, how come he hasn't shot any videos? I'm doing that. I gotta be ready for this because Monday morning I gotta install that screen and next. That's the next screen that goes in. That screen goes in and that one finishes off tomorrow. I'm doing all these at the same time. Of course I didn't have to do this one, but you know, I thought it'd be pretty cool. So I'm glad I went with it. And now I got that whole footage. The whole beautiful design with the jungle. I gotta find me a bullfrog. A bunch of little family frogs. That's what I want. Beware the nuclear frogs. Not frogs. Nuclear frogs. There you go. So gotta finish the white glow in the dark frost for this machine over there. Boom! Get that ready to go. Wait. Are we doing that way? Let's do the other one too. On top of that, we got the other one we're doing too on top of that, bud. Some smell here. Imagination. Go bed, man. Typical teenager. There's a good mess. Alright. I gotta cut a hole in that. Where's the other blade at? What time we got? 6 o'clock, we're still Gucci. We're still Gucci. Smile, 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 smile. Smile, smile. Alright, my motherboard coming up for this one. I think I might do my motherboard. I want my motherboard being green. Shouldn't be hard to get a green motherboard. It's the different color ones that are hard ones to get. I need a green motherboard. I want to blend in with that thing. That's what we know. And that's why we put the cage screws in. So just pull up. Put out of there. Pull off the liquid cooling system, as you usually do. Get the cleaner alcohol, wipe off all the old thermal paste, clean it down, make it nice and shiny, and then from there, put it all back together again. Just that easy. I've done that so many times it's not even funny. It's very easy to do. It's like, it's not really that intimidating. You know, it's funny because the same thing that applies for a console system. It's the same thing. The same exact thing for a console. That's why I look at the console system, look at the motherboard. We have the 4 ports in there. We need 4 ports to do it, and the PlayStation 5 has 4 ports to do it. Only problem is you have to take apart a whole lot of stuff to get to that part, which is jacked up. See on the PC? What I gotta take apart to get to that part? It's right there. Open. Ain't that right, Taco? That's what we know. It's right there. Right on the open. Ooh, Taco Brown. It's much easier for me to get to. You just gotta take apart so much stuff to get to something. That's what I don't like about modding consoles. I gotta go through so much stuff to get to something. Like sometimes when you buy them foreign cars, you gotta literally take apart the entire car just to get to one piece. That's what it feels like when I gotta go through a console system to mod them out. Gotta take apart so much stuff. And people say, well, they're not meant to be taken apart. Then what's the point of me buying it then to begin with? I'm going to stick with a PC. It's modification. If you're into modifications, you're going to take it apart. That's like somebody buying a car and keeping the factory wheels with it. Very few people do that. They always upgrade the wheels. Something on the car you got to upgrade. Unless you got something that's like vintage or something like that, you really don't want to be tampering around with. But other than that, everybody usually upgrades something on their car. Ain't gotta be something crazy. Even down the freaking seat covers is considered to be a bump up on your system. Be better than the ones it came with. All right, let me see. Get your taco round. She's coming apart, Daddy-O. Coming apart. Did I? Is that monkey bouncing around on TV? I can just door a knife. Oh. I'm gonna put that second one here. I think I'll put it someplace else. I don't feel like taking this apart. Thanking you. Alright. I need a couple of those. Wait. Thank you. These are your tapio. So that's pretty much. If we got most of that heavy stuff done to finish, I can go back to working on my other one. Well, I have to install a cloud system and neon lights. Because that's the one over I got to put in. Well, we got all that plexiglass sitting over there. We got the screen to put in. That's going to be a transparent screen we're putting in over there. Transparent screen at 235.1. Using the ViewSonic 235.1 projector. That's what we're going to use. And it's absolutely bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. Transparent 235.1 at 106 inches. Ooh, that's going to look absolutely amazing. That's why I said at the end of the day, pace yourself, man. Pace yourself. You don't gotta burn yourself out, man. You're gonna burn yourself out. Do you have any idea what we're about to put here? Do you understand the beautiful screen we're about to put here in this 235.1 setup? It has an entire different world behind it. We're going to build behind it with this beautiful transparent screen. It's going to look absolutely amazing. And then we're done. Bam! We're going to do this one over here. Another giant screen right here. Ooh, yeah. Pace yourself. Pace yourself. A guy called the phone so much, you're going to mess around and get cramps in your fingers, arthritis in your hands, calling us that many times. I got to call him. I got to call right now. I remember I saw this movie. This woman had she had stalking issues, and she must have put quarter after quarter after quarter and a quarter and quarter, and left answer after answer. So look, when you get to a point that you're making frantic phone calls, where you're calling over and over and over again and again and again, this means that you have hit the level of mental issues. This is what that means. You have mental issues. When you call the same number over and over again, that says that you have mental issues. that you are now not stable to be with the rest of us in the normal world. You have to realize you have a problem. You have a mental issue. So you're obsessed. So when you call 10 times in a row, Jamie does this all the time. I told you got to post some of his messages. It's wild. But anyway, when you type that same number over and over again, over and over again, over and over again, that should tell you right there that you are mentally unfit to be in society. Right there. Now you may think at the end of your day that it may be a way of basically taunting someone. No, that means you're not mentally, something's wrong with you. That's what that means. Because normal people don't do that kind of stuff. A person may call you one time, and then they may call you later back a second time. Or they may call you and then call you again just to make sure you weren't away from the phone or something. That's it, but they don't call back 9 to 8 times after that. That means you have mental issues. That's what that means. So when those phone logs go into that security unit and they see that, all that's put on record for court. Which means we can easily show the judge that you need to have a 302 because you're mentally not fit. You could be a danger to yourself, which could be suicidal, and you could be a danger to other people, which means you have to be locked away in a mental institution for a very long time. Because you show signs of that. William shows signs of that from the door. Even the police officer, when he looked at his pictures and stuff, he said, yeah, it's mental problems. There you go. Which means if you have those problems, you should not be working your job. Because you are not basically stable to be around people. Who's to say one day you might snap and may walk into a job with a long gun? So if you're showing that kind of activity, no, you should not be working at your job. You shouldn't be around anybody whatsoever. You should be in some form of psychiatric evaluation unit. Just putting it out there. Anyway, I'll show you later on tomorrow. We got a bunch of his messages. We'll show you some of his colorful messages that he was sending to our phone. But not only that, the messages that we were getting from his actual live stream on his site, when he went to that little messenger box he was going to, he would go into the most insane rants. Like, he would say the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. It was crazy stuff, man. Yeah, and you guys trusted me with your address at that. Well, good luck on that one at the end of the day. Chip, chip, cheerio. Oh, yeah, there was one Trump supporter. I had no idea where this guy came from. He had literally had the red hat, Make America Great Again. Man, it did not go well. It did not go well down here in Allentown for this guy at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, people were calling him pedophile supporter. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. He had to take the hat off. They wouldn't serve him. He couldn't go in any place that wouldn't serve him. Yeah, man, at the end of the day, you know what they did. You know what the freak they did. And people, you Trump supporters, supported that nonsense at the end of the day. I'll tell you something. I don't know what's more... what's interesting, they swore this was going to come up on the Democrat side. I'm not pretty sure Trump did they dirt too. I'm not going to excuse it. But they swore it was all coming from that one side. And their side did nothing. Wow. That is a huge piece of humble pie. That's the equivalent of trying to swallow a car battery. You could, even worse. And then on top of that, it did tick you off because some of them did, a lot of them turned on them. So when you see them supporters, we only seen one. Okay? Yeah, he must have got the word F Trump. I heard like on everybody was shouting at him. It's kind of like everybody joined together to one force just to nail one guy. Yeah. People are ticked off. I mean, you started that beautiful bill budget. A lot of people got hit with that crazy nonsense at the end of the day. I wouldn't walk around with a Trump hat on. I thought that's suicidal. And then, you got these idiots going to Mexico. Now, how dumb can you be? You can't even measure the level of stupidity on that one. You're going to wear a Trump supporter hat and you go to Mexico? There's no black people doing that. You know that, right? If there was a black Trump supporter, they're not that stupid to do something that dumb. You're in another country at the end of the day. Consider that fact. They have a whole new different rules down at the end of the day. Yeah, I'd be ticked off too at the end of the day too. I support them 100% on that. If they got rules on their business at the end of the day that you got to speak their language, why not? You do the same thing to them over here. Any other person comes over here, you say you got to speak their language, and you got to speak their language when you go over there. Same thing. They want your business out of Mexico, then that's their choice at the end of the day. Y'all want them out of here, they want y'all out of there. I think it's only fair. People come out, oh, shut up. There's people at the end of the day. No, they have a right. They have that right. They have a right to get you out of there. They want you out and get you out. And you guys speak English. That's right. That's right. Speak Spanish. My bad. Speak Spanish. They're right by that. 100%. You should be speaking Spanish when you're down there. But anyway, yeah, idiots going over there wearing Trump hats in Mexico. I'm going to tell you something. I'm not one for people disappearing and never being heard from ever again, but chances are you going down that road, it's about to happen to you. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. That's that privilege nonsense. Privilege will get you hurt. It will. Privilege will get you hurt. Thinking you got entitlement to walk the earth and anywhere you want to go and do whatever you want? Yeah, there's a lot of people who disappear on that kind of nonsense at the end of the day. There are places on this earth you are not supposed to be at. But you find out, you'll figure it out. And by the time you figure it out, it'll be way too late. Way, way, way too late. There are some places you're not supposed to be at. Even Christians know there are places we are not supposed to be at. It says it right there in the Bible about you don't go to places where angels don't go. If angels are not going there, I'm not going there. I got no business being there. If you're inside, there's certain places you're not supposed to be. That guy was that missionary went to that it's a whatchamacallit, it's an island that's untouched by time. It has these people who live on, I forgot, they don't even know the name of the tribe. It's so secret, it's like they don't even know the name of the tribe. But this guy felt the need to go over there, and he shouldn't have been over there, and they killed him. And the first time they didn't. The first time he went over, nothing happened to him. And he came out there, he got on the boat, and he left. He went back out there a third time. I think that's when they killed him. The third time he went out, he got killed. Now, if you went there the first time and God's protecting you, God's telling you at the end of the day, don't go out there. You know, this is not ready yet. This is not ready. Don't go out there. And you go out there anyway, and you're in a situation. Do not tempt the Lord your God. You're not supposed to be out there. And that's what happened. He got killed. Now, there's another guy which on TikTok, who was trying to people on TikTok always do weird stuff, trying to get popular. They're trying to get on the map. He goes to really dangerous places in different countries. He went out there. He didn't die, but he went out there because they never came out. He went out there and he blew a whistle. Blew a whistle. He was out there to try to get them to come out. But the thing about it, it's against the law to be on that island. The island is protected. I think it's in India or something like that. But anyway, it's protected. They're not supposed to be on there. So the local fishermen saw him leaving in that direction and coming back in that direction. They arrested him. He got 5 years. That's what I'm talking about, man. There's some places you're not supposed to be at. You go in the woods, you see a bell sitting in the middle of it, don't ring it. Leave it alone. Get out of that area as fast as you can. You're not supposed to be there. The reason why that bell might be there. Don't try to figure it out. Leave it alone. Yeah, y'all do too much. Do too freaking much. I camp. I've been out in the woods. If I hear something, see something, I'm not entertaining it. I'm out. Bye. That's the end of it. Go on. You gotta tell me twice. Go on. You can't camp in that section? No problem. You never see me over there. Where's that section at? All right, we're 6 miles from that section. We're gonna play around that mess. The problem is with people at the end of the day, they figure because they think we discovered everything on the planet because we've been here this long. There is stuff on this planet, man, that's been dodging us for millions and millions of years we don't even know about. Stuff that's probably watching you every single day, but you can't even see it, but it can see you. You have no idea what's in the woods walking around. Really, you only know what's in the woods by what they say what's in the woods. What about the other half of stuff that's in the woods that you don't even know about? There's a lot of stuff on this planet. Ocean, what, it's like 15% explored? What the heck the rest of what else is going down in the ocean that we don't know about? There's stuff down there we know nothing about. Every so once in a while, some freaking deep sea submarine tumbles across something they never saw before. Yeah, there's a whole lot of stuff down there, man. Not everything wants to be known, wants to be seen. There's a colossal squids are super ultra rare. You never see those things, but they actually do exist. There's a lot of stuff. That's why you never see me swimming in the ocean. You'll never catch me in the ocean, ever. Not ever. You're swimming around the ocean, you're kicking your feet all over the place. You have no idea what's sitting down in the deep depths of that ocean that's sitting there looking at you at the same time. You have no idea. That's why I said there's no way in the world. The only thing you know in the ocean is sharks. That's pretty much it. And everything else, whales, and other creatures we know about. Yeah, but there's some stuff down there you don't know about. We only got 15% discovered. You can't say that 15% of the ocean that we discovered basically only has basically fish in it. What's in the rest of it? Nothing? That doesn't sound right. Every once in a while something pops up. Like they found something that popped, they called a demon shark. Look that thing up. Yeah, entertain yourself. Go look it up. It's called a demon shark. It's an all black shark with yellow eyes. It's the weirdest thing you've ever seen. It's huge. It's bigger than a great white. There's a huge shark. It just popped up out of nowhere. But somewhere along the line, one of the cages had snapped, and this cage was down with an active camera, and this thing came up on top of it and started knocking the cage around. It probably was getting off a beacon or some kind of device. Or what it was going to do, anyway, what it was doing, it was causing the shark to basically hit the cage, and they caught a glimpse of it, what it looked like. Good gracious, man, this is the reason why I do not go into the water. Yeah. Look it up. It's called demon shark. Look up video footage, and it's not AI. None of that. It's actually a real shark. They got to document it's an actual real shark. It's supposed to be extinct. There's a lot of stuff that's supposed to be extinct that's still around. Amazon rainforest? Woo! Man, you're going to find some interesting stuff out there. People think snakes can't get to be 30 feet long. Yes, the freak they can. Look at Mustafa? The Mustafa, the alligator that was 25 feet long, that was a real alligator. And it was smart too. It's a crazy, intelligent creature. So how that thing got so big is because of the civil wars they had out there. They had civil wars out there in Africa. And this thing actually started eating the bodies. A lot of the bodies. And they don't even know how it even got that big. They did a movie off of it. But some people got a glimpse of it on the side of an embankment, and it doesn't even look real. It's that big. But eventually it died. Because everything has a timeline. Alligators usually live to a very long time, but it died. So yeah, there's things out there you don't know about. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it can't see you. You know, what about the Yeti and the Bigfoot? It ain't too far-fetched from a gorilla. When you think about it. The Yeti, what? It's a big, hairy creature at the end of the day. Looks like something like a gorilla. You never saw a gorilla a day in your life, and you saw one out there, you would think it was a Yeti or Bigfoot. So you don't know. I ain't trying to find out either. Anyway, with that being said, whatnot, and all that, we finished our area right there. We're not finished. We're still working on it. That's going to be the refrigeration section over there. That's why we got the little fan over there. Don't check them. Grab some. What are you attached to? I'm feeling something cool. Always the cord. Always. No doubt about it. Really? Where's the box of this thing? Perfectly in there. And we got the fan hitting on top of this right here. Oh, this is gonna be magical. Yeah, definitely. I'm freaking loving this. It's gonna be great. So let's get straight against this. Put in the heavy Velcro. We just gotta put in one heavy strip here, across here. That's all we need. I'm gonna make sure the power supply is gonna be Velcroed in. I want that to fit nice and snug. I'm definitely gonna be putting some cool beverages right here and here, and here and here, in the refrigerator. Definitely. We have an output in here. We have one in here, so I can actually extend it from out here and bring it around here connected to this. We're definitely gonna put some beverages in here. So from here to here, this is where this is gonna stop off. This will stop if we have 2 and 2, right? So this refrigerator will stop here. This is where the refrigerator is gonna stop at. And then we start that one is going to be over there. Going to make that greenhouse kind of nuclear jungle. This is going to be freaking cool looking. I cannot wait. Cannot wait to get this done. All right, be nice, be nice. You're all up in the cut. All up in the cut. Perfect. That's gonna look great. Absolutely great. Ooh, buns. Touch your buns. I touch your buns. What do you think about that, Taco? I touch your buns. How dare you touch my buns? How dare you? I gave you no permission to touch my buns. How dare you touch my buns? How dare you? I think when I finish that, I'm going to start working back on my my Electric City power station with our little robots. I'm going to start working on that because that's an easy job. I'm going to knock that out and get that done. That's the first one I started when I came here. The first one. So getting an idea what that looks like, that is going to look freaking cool. They're going to have the door up there. The doors are screens. So one for the greenhouse over here and one over here for the fridge. Because we're going to have a separation divider between the two of them. Oh, that's going to look absolutely sick. I cannot wait to get that done. The heavy Velcro is going to stick up there real nicely. So I'm just going to use, instead of painting that, because that'll take forever to paint. I don't like painting it. I'm going to use that poster board. The same thing we used to do the refrigerator. The same thing. It's easy, fast, slap it on. When we're done, and we're finished, that's it. It's going to take a while for my rollers to get here, so I am going to start working on, let me see, well that's pretty much done today too. I have to look at those panels. If I get the panels, I can knock the refrigerator out in one hit and be done. So get those panels, get that knocked out, get that finished. So one side there. So this side, I want to do it, what color am I going to do for this side? Most likely black. Just do it in jet black on that side. It'll reflect better with all the lights we have in there. So do the other side in black. So I can get that and that. Do both those sides be done. I'll have this finished by I'll have it finished by tomorrow. We have one of the doors that'll fit there. Actually no. Can we use those? I don't think, no, they're flexors. The flexors can be used. The flexors have to be more sturdy. So we do have both doors. We use the other ones we have. We use both of them. We'll connect those in. I would do it that way. We already have them already. We have those flex circuits. The big ones. I got the big ones. They're a little thicker, more sturdier. The other ones have more flex to them. These are meant to be for the flex. Okay. Then we already got the door. You can finish this thing tomorrow. We're not really, to tell you the truth. We got a neon design. This has to be neon painted. That has to be detailed. Motherboard has to be changed out on that one. And this one over here needs a frost job. So, and then after that, we're done. We got to paint them up. Still got to come back over with a paint job. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, yes. 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 And then next on the agenda, we're going to be building the ultimate arcade system. Soon to be done. Soon to be done. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, this is the next one we're building on right now. This is going to be a full arcade system. Now, this is actually a screen. It's a screen to allow me to hook up my new flex surface to it, and then I can actually game on my screen while all this craziness goes on inside. This side over here is going to actually have a built-in RetroPie. Is that sick or what? Built-in RetroPie. The RetroPie is going to have a nice little cool fan on here to keep it nice and cool. All the fans in here are RGBs. And we can power these without a computer. At the end of the day, we're going to use an RGB power converter, and then we're going to basically, well, it's kind of complicated if we do a whole wire system setup in here, but it involves a SATA to Molex and Y Molex adapter. Put those together with that right there, and then basically hook all that up with the remote control Molex controller, and then boom, we control our lights without a motherboard intact. Yes, that is a freezer cooling system we're doing over there. Totally, completely icy on that side over there. I think it'd be pretty cool to put a little gauge and meter up there. I got some little bottles that are going to be filling with some liquid antifreeze. Not real antifreeze, by the way. It's going to be all fake, by the way. It's absolutely amazing when you get done with it. So yes, can't wait for this right here. So these are some of the fun boxes I'm going to be building. Cardboard gaming fun boxes. And the next one I'm going to be doing pretty soon, but actually when I get my other place, because again, we need a bigger workshop for this stuff, I'm going to be doing one for basically a zombie one. And it's actually going to have a hand coming partially out of the side of the case. Well, actually the glass. Well, you know, it's fine. But anyway, yes. It's going to look amazing. I'm going to do me a customized Pac-Man one, because I'm a big fan of Pac-Man. Which is actually going to have a PC built into it, because I want to actually put every single Pac-Man game on there. It's from the giant Pac-Man head and the ghost wrapped around it, an infinity mirror. It's gonna look absolutely amazing. I promised myself I wouldn't cry. Too late. Anyway, this is gonna look absolutely insane. I freaking love you, box. I'm saying freaking Oh, it has a built-in cloud system, by the way. I forgot that in there. Built-in cloud system brought to you by Shell Weather. So yes, it's got a built-in cloud system into it. Built-in cloud system like Thunderstrike. It's gonna look absolutely awesome in there. All right, people. Once we get everything done with the desk finish, and then we got to bring this giant yoga mat in, because we're going to convert that into a floor projection screen using the projector we had down here, which only cost me $60. I got to replace the lamp and a little bit of doll. That's basically about it. But other than that, things are going very, very well. I got to get to still got some things I got to pick up. Hope you enjoyed the video. At the end of the day, I'm so glad we had this time together. Do 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 do. I should quit my day job. Do 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 do. All right, thank you for coming by and watching the show. I really appreciate the time we had here together. Hope you enjoyed the show. Drive carefully. Don't forget to tip your waiter or waitress on the way out. And of course, as always, we thank our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for blessing us with amazing technology. If it weren't for Him, none of this would ever be possible. And for people sitting there and say, what do you mean by this? I didn't know how to build computers. You do know that, right? Yeah, right. I couldn't tell you a motherboard from RAM. Yeah, God blessed me to be able to do all this. I never went to school for it, ever. Not ever. Because it all came from God. All knowledge is from God. So you know that. All knowledge comes from God. With that being said, hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. Gotta go. Thank you for your time, and God bless. Oh, hit the button, bird. There we go. Kaboom!